since I've done a little review on here. I bought myself another little drone. It's a DJI Neo. Brilliant little drone, needed a case. I bought a little crappy case and that weren't any good. So I started looking around because I wanted to see if there's a case that would also take my Mini 3 Pro as well. So just to make sure that everything was all together. If I go anywhere, it's one bag I'm taking or one carry case. Got a hard case for a couple of my things I've got for various photography bits. But I started thinking ideally I'd like a rucksack to carry around. So I had a search around and then I found this bag here, which was on Amazon, which I'll put a link to in the bottom. You can see the name. I won't try and pronounce it. I don't know if it's pronounced an English way or far away. So what I'll do, follow the link, but I'll just go through this bag and show you. I'm quite impressed with the way it is. So basically from here, you've got the bag itself. It's got quite a hard front to it, sort of shock resistant front. And that's where the drone lives. So if I just point this down a little bit, you'll see here, if I can do this bit will fold down. If I can do it properly. And then you've got a little Velcro strap here, pull that up, and that's how your drone fits in there, your little Neo drone. I have seen inserts as well where they do these same bags for the Mini 4, and I assume the Mini 3 as well. I'll have a look and have a nosy at that. But that's pretty much the bag of where the drone fits. Regarding the extra batteries, in this front section, just here, spin that around so you can see it, there is a little zipper on the inner mesh stuff, and you can see I've just put the batteries in there. So that's the multiple battery charge bit. Loads of room in here, you can get the charger and other bits and pieces in there, your filters and everything. Like I said, I've literally just started using this, about to nip to work the other day. So I logged my work laptop in here. It does hold a laptop and a tablet. I'll show you that in a minute. Overall, very impressed for the bag. It's not the cheapest rucksack, but it's by no means expensive either. So if I just close this back up, and this is a bit of probably, oh no, first time, happy days. When I first got it, it was catching on these corners, so I just had to push in the little foamy bits of it just to get some movement in there. And as you can see, it's just done up really well. So now what I'll do is open up the back, but before I do that, you'll see there's two zip lines here. Now that's a little extension zip line. So when that's done up, all this folds in, so it's quite a narrow backpack. Because I've put my laptop in here and a tablet and the other drone as well, I have undone this zip just to pop it out more, so I've got more room to get inside. So it does extend, that's a good thing about it. The way it's advertised is you can go travelling on it, you can put a few t-shirts and jumpers and everything in there, and yeah, you can go around. Apparently it's waterproof, not tested that yet, but I will test that going forwards. In the actual bag itself, obviously you've got your normal zip, which is all got this waterproof covering stuff around it. I'll do a couple of little close-up shots. And then undo this zip. And the good thing is, the back of it, I'll undo these clips as well. The back of it opens full, so you can fully open the back for easy access. You'll see in this back bit here, I've actually got a tablet. So there's a tablet here, just a GB Amazon tablet. And also it holds a full-size laptop as well. So quite a decent size laptop, hold that to me. You can see it's very decent size. I'll put the size of the laptop and everything, the dimensions in the description below to make sure your kit can fit in there. Put it back in there. Again, little Velcro strap just to make sure nothing falls out if it tips upside down. And then this is the bit that I absolutely love. And it's a little thing, but the little things are what count. So in here, you can see it's this mesh stuff again, mesh lining. I'll just open it like that just so you can hand through it. But what I've managed to do is by extending the bag by that zip that I showed you earlier, I've got my Mini 3 in there as well. So obviously in this case, this is your normal DJI case. I'll just open it for those that don't know and haven't seen one before. it's got all your little bits in there. So drone, little Mini 3 Pro, and try not to damage the props. Controller, and the battery pack as well. So again, fantastic that it fits all this in there. I'm over the moon. This drone is what I use mainly for doing residential estate agency photos, because there's just less regulations. You have to really worry about licensing or whatever you want to call it. Basically, flying built at various is under 250 gram. I'm sure you know about all that, so I'm not going to bore you with any of that. If you do want to know more, put a comment in the comment section below, and I'll be happy to answer it. And I'll start putting up some more material of the stuff I've done. I've been quite a while without actually doing stuff online anyway, on YouTube. So I'm getting back into it, doing the reviews, gonna start going out there, do some drone stuff, advertise that, sort of show just stuff that I do as a hobby stroke second income. Yeah, so I'm going to start advertising that again, and also my normal photography, including time lapses. So if you're interested in any of that stuff, more of that will be coming as well. I have purchased a slider online, newer company. So what I'll do a little vlog thing on that as well, just to show you things. Quite impressed, only had a play around with it quick. Looks brilliant. Basically it's just to do movement with my time lapses. Before I was doing a time lapse and then editing it to make it look like there's movement, a little bit of a cheat way. But I might show, well, not might, I will do a little clip as well on how you can achieve those effects. I might even put a little example of one here that's got movement, just so you can see what I'm on about. A lot of people thought that was done on a slider, but it wasn't. That was just a stationary camera, time lapse, edit it together. And I go through the software as well that I use for that. So the software is PT GUI, and obviously Photoshop and bits and pieces. I am starting to move away from Premiere Pro, purely because the cost of Adobe is going too ridiculous, really. And I've downloaded the full DaVinci, so I've paid for the DaVinci license, one-off payment. All your updates are free, and it's just a bit of a no-brainer. I just need to actually get into using it and force myself to use it, because by default I keep going back to what I know because it's quicker and easier for me. But once I get used to the DaVinci more, I think I'll be moving over to that as a full-time editing platform, really. So yeah, overall this bag, fantastic. I just thought I'd share that. Like I said, I was looking for a while online and I couldn't really find anything that I wanted. And then when I saw this, I'm in the UK, obviously, probably tell by the accent. This was imported from America for the Neo, so it did take kind of a week to turn up. However, I have seen the ones for the Mini 4 and stuff, they are in UK stock. So when you order those ones, well, from what I've seen, as of this weekend just gone, those ones do tend to go sort of in 2 or 3 days, and you'll have it at your door to use. Like I say, brilliant bag. You got a little lift handle as well. I've just done these clips up on the side, that just stops the back prematurely opening fully. Also, you've got little bottle holders, so bottle holder that side, and another one this side. On the back, you've also got one of these straps that you can put over when you've got luggage. So you've got luggage with a little handle that lifts up, you can slot that over the top of it, and then it just keeps everything easier to pull around with you. And there's also a little zip bit here. I don't know what I'd use that for, probably a couple of little manuals. Can't see myself putting anything bulky in there because it's going to dig into the bottom of your back, but maybe just a, I don't know, map and some manuals and stuff like that. What else is there? There's a strap as well, so straps that go around you. You've got a little hook here, the little toe eye thing, so you can hook things onto that, and one on the opposite side as well. Little reflective bits on the, what do you call them, shoulder straps, that'd be the word. Couple of reflective bits on that, and also when you put it on, you've got the bit that you can clip around your chest so it doesn't start rubbing on the bottom of your back and sort of too loose or whatever. It's just a more secure fit, stable fit. So yeah, that's it really. And I think there's also a whistle I didn't know that, but there's also a little whistle on this orange thing. If you're in a town flying your drone around and you get lost or feel in danger, blow it, everyone will come to you safely. So yeah, don't know why there's a little whistle on that. I suppose if you go more remote places, but I can't see that being loud enough. Oh, maybe it is. A bit more power behind it, you got to blow on it, so to speak. So yeah, that's the bag. I'm gonna, like I say, I only bought the Neo, I think it was last week it's come around. But in the UK we've had a fantastic summer this year. As soon as the Neo turned up, it's been cloudy and windy, and it's tried raining today as well, which is the first time for months really. So yeah, once I get out with the Neo, I'll post some footage online and just show you what I've done with that. I'm trying to learn FPV flying. I've been on a simulator all week whilst it's been rubbish weather. So after work every day, I've been going on to, I think it's called Uncrashed, and just been trying to practice the controls on that on the FPV controller. So it'd be interesting to see how that relates to real life FPV flying. I think the first time I put the Neo up, I'll keep it in auto mode, or whatever mode you want to call it, where the drone's basically doing everything and all you're doing is moving GPS coordinates and it's just going where you're telling it to go. And then probably I say slowly, I know what I'm like. The first time I put it up, I start in normal mode, get to half decent height and I'll just put it in manual and give FPV a try. I've seen plenty of them crash online. Hopefully it survives. If it does crash, I'll just make sure I'm in the middle of a field somewhere. But yeah, I probably won't have a spotter with me, so I'll have to link it through to a little screen from the headset, just to make sure I'm not breaking any rules. So yeah, like I say, fantastic bag. One last thing, forgot to mention, there is a little USB charger port as well. So with that, inside that mesh part where I've got my drone, there is a cable. What's it just called? As you can see, it's not been a planned review. It's purely just been a bit of a shock how good this case is. So with this, there is a little USB, lob that in a little portable battery thing, like power bank, and then yeah, you can plug straight into there, which is really handy I think actually, because I think it says it takes about an hour to charge the batteries on the Neo from scratch, from the socket. So if you've got a half decent power bank, at least if you're going somewhere, you're sitting down having a drink, something to eat, or found a cafe or whatever, and you just sort of not really doing anything, you can whack a lead in there to your batteries on your drone, and you'll be charging your drone whilst you're going along. Or if you're like me, you throw your bag in the car, genuinely on the passenger seat, because I like to be able to just grab things if something pops up, and I think that'd be a really good opportunity. I just want to grab the drone, or I want to be walking around to the boot and getting everything out of there. So even on the passenger seat, at least you don't have to rummage around in the bag to try and charge things or uncharge things. You can just plug it into that. Brilliant bit of kit. Yeah, not the first time I've seen it on a bag. I've got it on another one. But yeah, that bag I did, I was probably going to go in the bin because this is replacing it. Simple as. Over the moon with it, like I say, the quality's good. Doesn't feel like it's going to tear. You can pull things quite ruggedly. Nothing's going to go on it. It's well built. Like I say, it's not a cheap bag. Say it's not a cheap bag, it's not your 5 or 10 quid bag. I think it's about 30 odd quid, which still doesn't break the bank as such, not to keep everything protected like that. Yeah, and that's it. The only other thing, separate to the bag, go back in there. You can see how quick it is to get to the drone, take the drone out. Yes, I've changed the props already, even though I haven't really flown it other than around the house. They do seem quieter a little bit. Don't think it's quieter, I think it's just the pitch that changes. Controller, I bought this little case. I'll put a link to that in the description as well. None of this is affiliated. I ain't got enough viewers to even worry about things like that. So it's purely just to help people out if they're looking at getting this type of system, this type of kit. Controller, RC2 I think it is. Again, I'll put a description in the link below. I bought one from DJI Direct because there weren't much price difference between DJI and Amazon. The drone, I originally bought the Fly More combo from Amazon, but just the standard drone turned up. So I bought the Fly More with the goggles and the little joystick thingy, which is in the living room. But yeah, when it got delivered, they just delivered the standard Fly More. So I've basically paid an extra couple £100 for nothing. So needless to say, that's been returned. I'm waiting for them to refund the money for that. Might keep you updated on that if they don't want to refund it, but it's dodgy. It's DJI, I don't know if it's a genuine mistake or whether it's dodgy. DJI standard Fly More box, but somebody's put a sticker over it to say it's the Motion Fly More. So the sticker on the bottom of the box, I think an Amazon employee's just scanned that, thought, yeah, that's the right thing. It's come up on the screen in autopilot, and put it in their basket thing or whatever, or a computer's done it, whatever does it nowadays. I remember everybody picking it manually, that's all changed. So yeah, it's probably a genuine mistake. I'm not saying anyone's trying to con anyone, but it's just a bit weird how there's an extra sticker on the box which don't relate to what it actually is. So do be careful if you're buying it for a gift for someone. If I bought this for our friends down in Plymouth, like 200 odd mile away, they'd probably send me a message, oh Michael, received the drone, fantastic, brilliant, cheers for that. But then I wouldn't know if the right one had been delivered or not. Then I could have spent an extra 200, 300 quid for something that didn't really matter. So it's one of those. So yeah, do be careful with things like that, obviously when you buy online. That's not just Amazon, that's anywhere really. I'll probably blank out the names I've just been using so I can't get done by anyone. So yeah, this controller, brilliant. As with DJI, you can have a controller, it would be suitable for 3 drones and not suitable for the rest. I don't know why, when they do a newer controller, why they don't just include everything in the past. For instance, this one does not control my Mini Pro 3, but it does control the Pro 4. So there can't be that much difference really in technology, in the programming setup. It's sending and receiving a signal. It's probably one little chip that they're just not putting in this compared to the other one. Why not just make it backward compatible? It's a no-brainer to me. I suppose the no-brainer bit for DJI is they get more business and they manage to charge more money and get more money from consumers. However, you do pay for their quality, in reality of it, their quality and service. So yeah, I'll probably do a review on this more once I've used it more, with some screenshots and whatnot. I will do a review on the goggles and things as well, just as and when I go along. The pros and cons I find of it being a newbie to FPV flying and not somebody who's done it for years. So some people might be able to relate to that a bit more. So yeah, this little cover, like I say, brilliant. I don't have to keep worrying about taking these little things off. On my Pro 3, one of these I have bent a little bit because I wedged it in the bag. You know, I was in the rush, it started getting overcast and everything. I just wanted to get in the car. So yeah, I thought I'm gonna get myself one of these cases just to keep it safe and save me money in the long run. Again, fits in the bag, nice and easy. And like I say, you just lift that up, stick the Velcro on, lift the front of it up, which is, after it's not real carbon fibre, I think it's more like a plasticky thingy, but it's good enough to keep it safe, keep your drone safe. Once that's up, again, like I say, that's got a lot easier. When you first buy it, the zip tends to get caught a little bit in this little corner when it goes around the bottom, but I've always done it sort of that way around, and this is giving me a nice little release action now, so I don't have to worry about it getting stuck. So yeah, that's something that you might think, oh, it's a bit naff, but once you just squeeze it in a little bit, bend it a little bit, and it gets a bit of movement. It's just because it's brand new. Once it's used a couple of times, it's as easy as anything. So yeah, I'll put all those links in the description. If you've watched it to this far, fantastic, thanks, brilliant. Please do like and subscribe. I know it's the thing that everyone says, but I'm trying to get back into it again. I've had this channel for years, I think there's only like 150 odd subscribers, so it'd be brilliant if I can get some more. I'd really appreciate the support, and hopefully you'll see some good photography, both camera, on land and in the air. So yeah, be time-lapse photography and my drone stuff. Fantastic, thank you very much, and I'll speak to you soon. Cheers.